Okay, so I have been requested by actually quite a few people to do one about dreams. So this is my video about dreams. I actually am coming into this unprepared and really freaking tired too. So yeah, dreams. Yes, I can lucid dream, but because I want that to be more prepared. I mean, dude, I'm making this video while it's currently Mercury in retrograde. It's October 7th, 2014. So, I mean, I would like to come away prepared for like a lucid dream talk or lesson or whatever. But I will discuss dreams because I've had some pretty freaking amazing ones that like really stand out. Okay. Like, I mean, and they vary. Some are spiritual, some are nightmares. They just vary. Okay, so let's see. Okay. Freaking, what should I do first? Scary or spiritual? I don't know. Okay. Have any of y'all astral traveled? Like, some of the times I've done it on purpose. Other times was like on complete accident. Like in the middle of dreaming. There's this one dream that I call Pig Latin. And you could freaking ask my ex. We do still socialize, and even if for whatever reason years down the road you watch this video and decide that you're gonna ask my ex, I mean, I'm pretty sure that she's not gonna get upset that somebody watched this YouTube video and I said, hey, ask my ex if you don't believe me. Like, okay, let's see. You could ask her. She's got her own little YouTube video things. Like, I'm the one that, like, kind of, like, told her she should make YouTube videos. And now it's, like, this odd feeling, like, it's, like, an odd feeling, like, oh, God, she's gonna be my competition. She's a freaking Libra sun with a freaking Sagittarius midheaven, and she's just, like, she's gonna end up being my competition. And then it's like, no, shut the frick up. Like, no, she ain't. Like, we can still, like, regardless of us being broke up, we can still help build each other. Like, as a matter of fact, like, y'all go check her out. I mean, it's Patricia Barlow on YouTube. Patricia Barlow on YouTube. Y'all go check her out. Let's see. So that's the person you ask. This is true. This dream is called Pig Latin. Freaking okay. I had just started working at this one factory, not where I'm currently working at, because I mean most of my job history is factory. You're going to hear me talking about a lot of factory stuff, and a little bit of remodel, like building the shelves and stuff. You might hear me talk about that stuff. But mostly factory. But I had just pretty much started this factory, and it just so happened to be the same factory that my dad is a freaking manager at. Now, me and my dad don't really have a bond. Like, really, even though, like, yes, he did raise me. I mean, we just don't have a bond. Like, both my parents are Virgos, but my mom is the good, like, kind of Virgo, and my dad is, like, the not so good kind of Virgo. Like, my mom is the type of Virgo that needs her kids. Like, I think, like, she's got 5 kids, and I think that she would not be anymore if something happened to like all 5 of her kids, all 5 of her grandbabies. Like if we just all just up and disappeared, she would just, I think the next day she'd be like so stressed out that she would die, and not through suicide. She would just like my mom loves all 5 of us equally, but like my dad's the kind of Virgo that thinks everything is bad. Like he thinks that freaking Pokemon cards and Yu-Gi-Oh cards is like demonic. It's like you're just like everything is just possessed. Like everything is possessed. Like he's Pentecostal, like, so you could only imagine. But he is a really good, hard, dedicated worker. That he is. He did by himself accumulate up to living in a freaking mansion. Like, I'm in freaking government housing, and I swear his mansion is bigger than this entire apartment complex and then some. Like, but he's like, I mean, unless you're already wealthy, I wouldn't ask him for any kind of help. I'm gonna get in so much trouble. Oh my god. I'm gonna get in trouble for this one. Oops. I actually probably really shouldn't have said that. Like I said, I come unprepared for this. I'm supposed to be talking about dreams. I'm so not posting this one on Facebook. I'm totally not gonna. I'm gonna like message it to a couple people. And if for whatever reason somebody finds it, oh well. Anyways. Well, okay. I just started working at this job, and freaking I had a dream one night. Because, I mean, I was starting to do really freaking good there. Like, I was in the shipping department. Not gonna name the factory, none of that. I'm not about to get sued. Like, I don't even have anything in my bank account to get sued. Like, I really don't want any kind of lawsuit, whatever. No, not doing it. Plus, just in case for whatever reason I want to work there in the future, I mean, that's just the way it is. But, okay, so I was asleep, okay, and I had a dream that I was at work. And, like, I mean, I was already starting to get, like, I mean, I was, like, feeling like a boss anyways. Like, just, like, not all of my jobs. It depends on how secure I am and what I'm doing. Like, where I'm working at now, I actually like it because I'm not too secure in it. Because a lot of the job, like, I'll just come in and just, bam, get it, and, like, just, like, hey, what's that? And, like, I'll figure out ways to, like, even help the managers. Like, I'm just really freaking good. I didn't get that good at this factory because I got sick and I couldn't stay. But, I mean, I'm just, like, at work, I'm just like, hey, you know, like, I got this, dude. Like, freaking Aries, midheaven, shit, like, what's up? I got this. And I'm trusted. I'm freaking amazing. I'm an amazing freaking worker. And for those of y'all who worked with me back before 2012, will not say that about me because I was a rebel from hell. Until I had lost my unemployment, I had to quit college, that I was making freaking A on a row in, by the way. I quit college because for 3 months I was digging up scrap metal with the owner's permission and digging up huge things of metal by myself out of the woods and freaking recycling it for 3 months. And that's how I pay my bills. For 3 months. Yeah, buddy. After that, you appreciate getting, I mean, even freaking minimum wage. you just appreciate it a whole lot better. So, I mean, since then, like, if I could do that for barely enough to get by, I mean, I could do this. This is easy. What are you talking about? I mean, that's just the way it is. I mean, you gotta live and learn, y'all. Well, oh, hey, anyways, at this job. Okay, no, wait. I'm so tired. In this dream, I was working. And I mean, I was really working hard. Okay? In my dream, I'm in my dream now. I was working so freaking hard. And then, like, some dude, like, it was an older black man, and I think he was a janitor in my dream. And he come up to me, and he was complimenting my work. He was like, "You're a good worker. What's your name?" And I showed him my badge. And then it was like the second he seen my name, he like freaked out. Started backing away. Like, keep in mind, I have heard good stories and I've heard bad stories. Some people say he's too strict. Some people like him. I mean, it's just, I mean, whatever. You're going to get that to anybody with any manager. Like, unless the manager's just a complete pushover. And, I mean, you don't want to do that either. Trust me. Like, I mean, I had a manager at one point in time that I had to kind of, like, take up for him. Like, look, he's our boss. Do what he says, or I'm going to make you. Like, I mean, I've told that to somebody before, believe it or not. And yes, it was after after the whole going through the week. Anyways, so I hate when that happens. So he starts backing away. And I'm like, no. I'm a good worker. I swear I'm a good worker. And like, I was like, I'm not him. And I was freaking out. And I mean, I was working. Like, I mean, I was doing stuff. I don't even know what I was doing. And the next thing I know, like, I start breakdancing. Like, I can't breakdance in reality. Like, I can't. Like, y'all seen me rap, but I'm a skinny white chick. I mean, what am I going to be doing breakdancing? For real? No. But I mean, I was breakdancing, and the next thing I know, like, I'm breakdancing in the air, and I'm flying around and I'm jumping over these machines, and then, like, I try to get back down, and I was like, oh God, I can't get back down. I was like, crap, I'm starting to travel. I done got myself excited. I'm starting to travel. What is going on? So I fly back home, okay? Well, I'm still dreaming. I fly back home, and I managed to get myself stuck in the ceiling. And while I'm dreaming, I'm looking at myself. I'm looking at me and what's currently my ex, was my lover, laying in bed, cuddled up together. So I'm like in the like, hey, and then like I was watching my body lay there going Noelle woke slick up. Keep in mind that the part, like what my body's doing, actually really did happen in reality. Okay? But I'm in the ceiling watching this go down. Like, I was like, blah, 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 blah. I mean, and she was freaking out. She woke up like, oh my God, like in a panic, like loving, comforting, like, she really is like such a gentle spirit. Like, she's like really, she was really like scared. Like, I personally probably would have laughed if somebody was laying there doing that. Like, what are you doing? Like, I mean, I probably would have thought it was funny, but I mean, she was like scared, like loving on me, trying to wake me up, and I was up there trying to explain it, and I was just like, like that's what my body was doing. And so then, like, I was realizing every time I went to speak while I was up in the ceiling, my body was sounding like, like, I mean, it was some high pitch. I mean, I can't even make the sound, I can't even get that high pitch, like, but it was like, fucking weird stuff. So then, I'm in the ceiling, and I start laughing. But whenever the me up in the ceiling started laughing, my body would then go. So I'm trying up there, cracking up laughing, trying to explain what's going on, and my body is laying there going. So whenever I finally got out of it, I swear I laughed so hard. And she was like, oh no, what is wrong? And she just held me, and I'm just laughing. Like, oh Lord. Then I explained to her my dream. Like, that was just so freaking weird. Like, freaking really weird. Alright, now, what's another one? Alright, I will do, this one happened way back in freaking like 2007. And keep in mind that in 2007 I was in a horrible relationship. Like, dude, I wasn't allowed to have, like, I was the only one working, and I wasn't allowed to have my paycheck. I didn't see any of my money ever. I wasn't allowed to have my social security card, my ID. Like, all of that had to be in her wallet. Like, I wasn't allowed to have it. Let somebody do that shit now. I wish somebody would. Anyway. Let somebody even show some signs. You'd be out the door quicker than you could finish your freaking sentence. Dude, really, don't play that with me. I'm loving, I'm a lot of good, positive things, but you are not gonna do that to me. Anyway, freaking, back whenever I was with this fat bitch, I had a dream that we went to my mom's house to eat. Well, she hands everybody the soup. And the soup, I'm eating the soup, and the next thing I know, little frogs start jumping. I mean, frogs like the size of, like, this much of my pinky start bubbling up out from the soup. Like something you would see, like, in a Land Before Time movie. Only, like, it's itty-bitty frogs coming out of soup, and they're jumping. And they jump out from my soup and land in my hand. And, like, I mean, these frogs are disappearing into my skin. So my mom was like, oh my God, I didn't know you had frogoscosis. And then she starts coming at my freaking hands like she's gonna pop a pimple. Like, I mean, and she is popping these frogs out of my hand. Like, I mean, she's popping frogs out of my hand. And then she takes this bandage and she wraps my hand up. And then next thing I know, me and my ex go to, like, the fat bitch. Not my current ex, but a fucking psycho bitch ex. We go to a freaking carnival. And I wasn't allowed on any rides because my hand was wrapped up. So then we go home, and I go to the bathroom, and my hand is just hurting so bad. So I take the bandage off. and I'm seeing freaking frogs eating, like multiplying and eating away at my flesh. And it just looks so damn real. Like, so here I am, like, slinging these frogs. Like, I mean, I'm freaking out. All these frogs are flying everywhere. I'm freaking out. Frogs are flying everywhere. I woke up in all kinds of a panic. My hand was hurting so bad. I woke her up. I said, "Wake up! Take me to the emergency room." She actually originally started out nice. She was like, "Wow, what's wrong? What's wrong?" I was like, "I've got frogs jumping out of my hand." She got so damn mad at me. Oh, Lord. Like, she literally had to turn on the light to prove to me that I did not have frogs jumping out of my hands, yo. Like, oh my God. Could you imagine? So, anyways, the next morning, she was like, "You do know, if I would have took you to the emergency room that is not the hospital you would have been in." I was like, "Yeah, I know." Yeah, I know. So, I will never forget that dream ever. A lot of my dreams, like from childhood, like I've had like similar repetitive dreams since childhood. I remember being like 3 years old dreaming that like the world, like that there was some kind of war, like on our homeland. Like it was like my childhood dreams, it was always like there was some kind of war going on and something was like after my family and I had to protect my family. Like, I remember, like, my little sister, she's 2 years younger than me, like, almost 2 years exactly. It's 11 months and something, like, freaking a year, 11 months and something, or something like that. Anyways, like, I remember, like, being, like, 3 years old, saving her, like, as an infant, and my parents, and my older brother, like, because I was, like, in war. And then, like, I mean, it got deeper and deeper, like, as I grew, but I was all the time, like, a hero in my dreams. I was a hero. Freaking, like, I was, like, just a warrior. Like, but as it's progressed, instead of just my family, it's actually progressed into, like, me playing, and I'm not the only hero, like, in my dreams now, but, like, I play this huge role in helping save the world. Like, freaking, a lot of my dreams, I'm a war hero. And if not that, like, then I'm flying around. A lot of my dreams, I'm flying or saving the world. Talk about a confident, like, hey. What's that say about my personality? A lot of my dreams, I've actually been, like, a winged creature, like a creature with wings. And one of them, in one dream, I was actually like this blue, like metallic-y, powderish blue angel, and I saved the world from a situation. And then I went to heaven. And apparently I had done something to be forced into that mission to make it back up to heaven. But instead, I wanted to keep coming back to save the world. Instead of me coming down as some kind of punishment as it used to be. Like, apparently I passed the test and was able to go in, but I didn't want to go in. I wanted to keep trying to help. Like, I mean, like, in this one dream that I was like a blue angel. Like, I was like really freaking weird. Like, dude, I don't know. Like, several occasions I was like offered into heaven and refused it because I just wanted to play a role in some significant helping. It's like, I mean, people think that I'm a selfish person. Like, people really do think I'm a selfish person because, like, I really am a freaking rebel. But I mean, at the same time, I mean, God needs his rebels. I mean, I don't listen to nothing. Like, what I know of God, I know it through, like, even though, yes, I've read the Bible front to back several times. Like, even still, because I know history very well, I know the history of the Bible, it's kind of hard to believe everything. Like, it's not kind of hard. It's very hard. Especially, like, knowing that it's just another branch of paganism. I mean, it is. It's got the same exact stories that every other religion talks about, which I will talk about that at a later time. Where am I at? Like, where am I at in my talking? Okay. So, there is that. Well, yeah. What I was trying to say, that everything I know of God, I know through prayer, meditation, and listening. And not asking, but listening. So, I'm really not as bad as some people think I am. Let's see. Okay. This is a really weird one. And this next dream is a really weird one. I was going through a struggle. Okay, keep in mind that the blue angel thing, that dream was only once. Okay, this next one is it leads up to another recurring dream. Like, recurring lucid dreams, I should say. But this actually wasn't a lucid dream. I was laying in bed, asleep, and I was in some kind of hell. Like, I mean, I was in a cave, like a volcano cave type thing. There was fire and lava everywhere. It was just this dark tunnel-like thing, only it wasn't going upwards like a volcano. I mean, it was just like I was in like a volcanic type cave with fire everywhere. And like, there was this sword. Sounds like a typical freaking fairy tale, but I swear there was a sword inside of a stone. A sword and a rock, I should say. Freaking. So I'm trying to pull this sword up out of this rock. And I finally get it. And when I get this sword out, like, my body literally morphs. And I'm like this dual-like creature. Now, my right side was like a metallic color. Like, I mean, it was like a shiny, silvery, metallic color. And it was like regular skin, but kind of metal at the same time. I can't explain it. I grew, like, I was so tall and muscular, and my wing, my right wing, if you could picture metal feathers that aren't actually metal, like, I don't even know what element to describe that, but I mean, it was lightweight, but like, it was feathers but metal at the same time. I mean, they was sharp, but at the same time, like, they was at the same time fluffy and soft. I can't describe the element that this wing was, but I mean, it was like silvery and shiny, like, I mean, it was. And then on this side, it was a really, really dark gray, and it would remind you of like some kind of reptile, and it was a really dark gray, and I had a black bat wing, and I was just like kind of like, but I mean, it kind of like all fit together into one dual like being, and I was holding this sword, and then, like, I was like chopping away like demonic energies, like negative forces that was trying to like tell me negative stuff. I was just chopping them down, and then like I tried to fly, and I was trying to fly with two different wings, and like, I mean, I was there was then like I could see an opening, and like I was trying to fly, and I mean, I was like really trying to fly up there, and like, because my wings was different, I literally come crashing down, and like, I'm just laying there, and then there these little things, these little four-eyed creatures in capes. Like, all I can see is four itty-bitty green glowing eyes. I don't even know how many creatures there were, but they all had like four little glowing eyes, and they was all in these like little like cloak type things, and they was all like gathered around me. So I'm just kind of laying there like, what the fuck? Well, they take they take this weird needle, and they stick it in to my brain, like my third eye. Like, they stick it into my brain, and they're like pulling out all this black gunk. Like, and whenever they finally get all the black gunk out that they could possibly get out, they then inject me with another needle, like a weird like tube like needle. It's kind of thicker, it was different, and it was like full of freaking numbers. And like, I could like feel the numbers like running through my brain and throughout my entire body. It was like this weird sensation of numbers that I have no idea what I even went through or witnessed. Like, I can't describe it. Like, my mind can't freaking process it. Like, I'm not sure anybody's mind could process all this weird stuff. And then they took like another needle, and like they like, oh, this was more like a tube, like a needle that formed into like a not a tube. The number things more like, I mean, it was kind of like it come out into like a tunnel, and like it was like sucking out like lump sum after lump sum after lump sum of black gook out of my heart. And it was like my heart was like almost gone after all the gook was out. Like, I mean, it was this little puny thing, like worthless. Like, it was just like, I mean, you like they like took it out and like they're squeezing. It's just like, so they take this golden heart, like it was a pulsating, beating, working heart, literally made out of gold, and they put it inside of me. And they closed me up, and it was just like wow. Man, needless to say, whenever I woke up from that dream, like, I mean, I woke up from that dream. Like, I mean, I woke up way too rapidly. Like, it can actually be explained scientifically as to what happened to me after I woke up, because I woke up so rapidly that my mind was still kind of dreaming. So I'm not crazy. Like, my mind was still trying to process being awake and asleep at the same time. Because, I mean, I woke up. I mean, and I tried to fly myself out of bed. And when I did, like, the floor was, like, moving. Like, the floor was moving. Like, it looked, like, I mean, I was walking. I mean, I could tell that it wasn't, but it sure looked like it was moving. Like a little snake-like pattern almost. It was just, like, the floors was moving. And then, like, I look up, and I'm, like, seeing everything as numbers. I'm like, I mean, it's not that I'm seeing numbers inside of things. And it's not like I could look at my hand and think that this looks like a number 5. No, like I would, like, see this and process it as a number. Like, I mean, I was, like, processing things as numbers. I was like, oh my God, I've got to go back to bed. Like, so I just, like, kind of walked slowly to the bathroom, used the bathroom, just kind of sit there for a minute, like, oh my God. So, I mean, I kind of, like, just, after I went to the bathroom, like, I mean, I could kind of, like, just chilled out on the couch, like, what was that? Like, as for what the numbers are now, don't freaking ask me, because I don't have a clue. It was just a weird dream. Okay? But then after that, a lot of my dreams, especially my lucid dreaming, like, whenever I would go into, like, a dream, I wouldn't be this me. I would be this dual-like creature. And, like, I mean, I would be that dual-like creature, and I actually kind of taught myself how to fly rather good, and I was still, like, destroying things that was out to get me, like, or at least in my head, like, okay, let's say I have a problem with, let's say I have a problem with smoking cigarettes. I haven't done this for one about me smoking cigarettes. A lot of the times I do this, like, it's an energy, like, saying, like, you can't do this. I'd be like, yes, I can. So I would create, like, in my dream, a picture image of this thing that's telling me I can't do it, and in my dream I'd chop it up. And I'd be like, yes, I can do this. I can do this. I got this. So I'm just weird and crazy like that. So, I mean, I would be that dual-like creature. Okay? So, and in some of my actual literal dreams, I would, again, be this dual-like creature. Like, until one day here, somewhat recently. It was actually shortly before my ex left. Like, because she's been going crazy. She was raised Pentecostal, and her family didn't have nothing to do with her, because basically she was with a freaking female. And not only that, she wanted a baby, and, like, I tried, but I mean, like, it was the ways of that I could think to get her pregnant was not working. And so she she needed to be with the dude. And whenever I finally come to realization, like, you know, alright, whatever. Like, we was cuddling up in bed. And I was playing with her hair. And I was praying this deep and intense prayer for her. I mean, it was so deep. Like, I mean, I started crying. Like, blessings for her future without me. And all kinds of good stuff. I don't really want to get all emotional and shit. But, like, I mean, it was this deep and intense prayer. And the next thing I know, I'm asleep. And my body just starts shaking. Like, I mean, my body was just, like, shaking. And it was like I felt myself freaking turn into this dual-like creature. And so, like, I mean, I started to, like, wrap my wing around her, and then it was just like, no. She no longer needs to be under your wings. So, and then it was like, I kind of, like, got out of it, and it was like I was this dual-like creature, and instead of stopping in that transformation, it all transformed together into a freaking dragon. And I swear, like, I mean, I was like, because, I mean, at this point in time, there was so much negative energy in the house, it was insane. Like, there was so much negative energy in this house. Like, it had been a long time since I had, like, meditated. It had been, I mean, I was, like, falling very, very rapidly. Like, and I was just surrounded by dark energy, and so was she. Like, we all just kind of just was just living for nothing, in a way. Like, we was surviving because I mean, it's obvious to know, I mean, shit's gonna blow over. But as far as living in the moment, like, we wasn't living in the moment. I mean, everything was just kind of just, like, God, like, I don't want to be on this stupid freaking planet anymore. Like, it just sucks here. Like, I mean, like, my little Cancer rising sign was coming out bad. I mean, you would have thought I was freaking Cancer, dude. Like, I mean, I was just freaking Lord. But anyway, like, I mean, but then, like, I was a freaking dragon, dude. Like, I was, I mean, I have you know that energy that was in this house has not been back since, I mean, I blew everything away. And, like, I mean, I was a dragon. Like, the colors blended together, the wings, like, the feathery metal thing, like, blended with the bat wing, and, like, both my wings was like that, and I was just like, hurrah. Like, it's like I was whole within myself. You know what I'm saying? And then I woke up. And then she woke up. I was like, dude, I just had a dream I was a dragon. Like, I turned into a dragon, dude. That was freaking awesome. And that's not even one of my freaking totems. My totems are freaking bee, owl, blue jay, robin, crow, giraffe, bee, owl, blue jay, robin, crow, giraffe. I'm missing one of them. What the hell is wrong with me? Snake. Duh. The snake is my shadow totem. The owl is my life totem. I will explain those to you in a later video. But anyways, I was whole within myself. That was freaking awesome. Let's see, what other dreams? A lot of my dreams I have turned into owls. Like, well, not a lot. Throughout my lifetime, maybe 3. But I have had a lot of dreams where owl, like if I was having a problem, I would meditate and go to sleep, and I would have a dream of an owl, and the owl would tell me exactly what I needed to do to get out of the situation I was in, and if I followed what the owl told me to do step by step, my life was instantaneously better. But I mean, I could go on and on and on and on about how owls have like saved my life. For real. Now there's one dream I will never forget. This dream, like, I turned into a freaking giraffe. This is my giraffe dream. God, I've been doing this for 45 minutes, almost 46, for real. I apologize. This is a long ass video. I'm probably not gonna get that many views because it's almost freaking hour. It's probably gonna be over an hour. Blah. It's not cool. I'm not gonna be watched now. Oh freaking well. I'm fucking bored. Anyways, I had this dream September of 2011. It's now October 2014. But I'll remember this dream, and probably forever will remember this dream like it was yesterday. This is the most spiritual one of all of them. This is my giraffe dream. Okay, so in 2011, I was even more big into like healing and like healing herbs and crystals, and like I felt like some kind of healer. Like, and at this point in time, the only animal that had ever like come to me was the owl and the bumblebee, and to an extent a phoenix. But I mean, I wouldn't even call the phoenix one of my totems, honestly. Like, at one point in time I thought it might be, but I think it was just kind of like just a random message. But I mean, it'll pop up every now and then, but it's not like as intense. It's not like the others. Freaking okay. I go to bed wanting to talk to the owl, but instead I go to sleep, and I end up going to Walmart. And I'm on a mission. I have this whole long list of different healing herbs that I need. And I go in Walmart, and I'm looking around at the seasonings, and I just can't find what I'm looking for. Like, I think I found ground sage, and that was it. Keep in mind, this whenever I first got into healing. I got better, and then I fell, and then, like, I mean, it, like, I need prayer. But anyway, in this dream, I was looking for sage. I mean, I found sage, but I couldn't find any of the other ones. So I allow myself to get mad. Like, nobody cares about this stuff anymore. Like, this is good stuff that can help everybody and cure everybody, and everybody's just blah, blah, blah. Nobody cares about healing themselves anymore. And I just got myself mad about it. And then I seen an older, like, much older me come tell myself, I mean, this me was all peaceful, all smiles, like heavenly, like just like almost all knowing. but at the same time not. Like, just, this me, come to me. And was like, it's okay. You don't have to stress yourself out. You don't have to get mad. And you'll find what you're looking for beyond those doors. Okay? So, I look up, and at first, like, it's the Walmart glass windows, and it kind of turns into a wall with one wooden door. So I decided to take the older me's advice, and I go through this door, and there was the most beautiful landscape I have ever seen, like, in my life. Like, I've not seen anything this beautiful. It looked completely unpolluted, completely untouched by the thought of mankind. Just beautiful woods, and the aroma of outside was just like, wow. Like, I mean, I've never seen anything that beautiful. Like, I mean, it was beautiful. So I start walking, and the next thing I know, like, I see, like, some smoke. So I walk on down a little bit further, and it's this house. It's, like, made of, like, little, like made out of little stones, but not at the same time. Like, in this really, really short, like, I'm short, I'm 5 even, but this really short, like, probably comes up to here to me, short, old woman. She had, like, black and gray, long, black and gray hair, and her face was, like, wrinkled up, but she had a beautiful smile. I mean, she opened the door all kinds of wide-eyed and excited and just enthused, and she was talking to me, and I had no clue what she was saying to me. Now, I don't know what language it was. She was really dark, but her hair was not coarse. She was really dark, and, like, so I'm, like, looking at her, and I could tell, I mean, she's hugging me all sweet, like, really warm, loving, gentle hugs, and she was trying to speak to me, and I'm just kind of like, I don't understand you, like, and then, like, she said something, and, like, she would tap on my heart, and the third time, like, I heard her clearly. She said, listen with your heart. And then after that, I understood her perfectly. Like, as I was listening with my heart. And she was like, I'm so excited to see you. I've been waiting for you, and I'm so glad you finally made it here. And she was like, I've got so much to tell you. I mean, she was just enthused and excited. And then, like, she did kind of, like, tell me, like, that I needed to quit smoking because, I mean, I don't know this to be fact and reality. I mean, I really don't have a clue, but she told me that I had cured myself from emphysema 3 times, and that as long as I smoked, I was going to have to continue to cure myself over and over. She was like, you can do it. She was like, you will be able to do it, but it's just a waste of time and energy, and you've got so much more important stuff to do. But, I mean, I don't know why I jumped that part. Like, I still haven't quit smoking, honestly. But anyways, she took me to this garden, and there was so many plants there. I mean, dude, I couldn't even keep up. I mean, my mind, I mean, I can't explain it. I don't know. But I mean, there was all kinds of plants, and she told me the names of every one of them, the healing, what all each herb can cure, where it came from, how to use them. Don't expect me to remember it because I forgot. I knew that it happened, but I can't remember it since I woke up. I just know that is what happened. She explained to me all these herbs, where to get them, how to use them, what they're used for, so on and so forth. Like, and then she had me sit down on the floor. Like, it was like some kind of, I don't know what kind of animal skin it was, but it was some kind of animal skin. And there was bones everywhere in her house. Not human bones, but animal bones. Like, each little thing that, like, had a purpose. Like, spoons, bowls were made out of bones. Freaking a lot of different random stuff. Like, where we would use wood, like, she used, like, bones for... Or if we would use, like, metal, her stuff was just made out of, like, carved bones, animal bones, so that they could serve a purpose. So that nothing at all was wasted. Nothing at all. Literally. So, then okay, I'm sitting down on this animal fire. And she hands me this bowl that's like some kind of animal skull. And... like, there's a spoon carved, made from some kind of bone, and she puts the strange concoction of ingredients, and she tells me to eat it. So, I mean, I start to eat it, and then she tells me that I need to meditate. So I meditate, and I'm like... really believing that I'm going to see an owl, because that just happens. I see owls that tell me how to help myself. Unless, of course, I'm the owl. But no, like, I go into meditation, and I go into some kind of strange animal kingdom. Like, I can't even explain it. It was like astral traveling, but not. Like, it was like leaving my body and going to the stars, or like whenever like I meditate, like in the grass, like I'll lay like belly first in the grass, and, like, have my hands on the ground, and like sometimes like I'll like astral travel into the ground. Hard to explain, but this was something different. I was in an animal kingdom, like animal heaven. I was probably in whatever layer animal heaven is. Like, there were so many animals. Oh my god! But like everything's like this blurry, peculiar, weird, psychedelic-y, but not all colors type blur type. Everything was just weird. And then I come across a pack of wolves, and like I'm looking at these wolves like just dead in the eyes. Like, I was like, well, maybe I'm supposed to talk to them. Like, okay. Well, I mean, I start to walk up, and they just kind of look at me, and then they turn their back on me and walk off. So I was just kind of like, well, okay, that it might be a good thing. Like, so then I keep on walking, and I come across a line. And I got to the line, I looked at it. The lion lets me pet it. And then next thing I know, this lion like roars in my face. And I mean, at that time I seen it as something peaceful in my dream, but whenever I woke, it was suddenly like a fear. But in my dream, it was actually something peaceful. And then it walked off. So I was like, okay. Then I go walking on there, and I come across a giraffe. And I go to pet this giraffe. And when I do, I literally, it's like me and this giraffe go up into the air, and we're surrounded by colors and stuff. And like, I literally become this giraffe. And I remember walking through, I mean, it felt like I was walking through Africa for hours and hours. Like, I mean, I was a giraffe. Like, I mean, I was elegant, graceful, both had vision yet grounded. Like, it was amazing. And then I come up out of this animal kingdom, and I'm laying, actually no, I wasn't laying down. I actually meditate laying down, but in this dream I was meditating like you would see monks do on TV or something. Like, I mean, I was just, and I come out of it, and the woman was like thanking me and telling me that should have done the trick, and that it was now time for me to go. And I was trying to tell her goodbye, and she just was like, she didn't comprehend goodbye. Like, she didn't understand. She was like, there must not be, there's no way of saying what you're trying to say to me in my language. And she just gave me the warmest hug, and then I woke up. Let's see, what other kind of dreams? Actually, I think that's gonna be all. It's been over an hour. I've been talking in this camera. Ah.